driven, 2026 Audi Q3, raising the luxury subcompact SUV game. The luxury subcompact SUV space is crowded, and Audi knows it can't afford to get the Q3 wrong. Since its US debut in 2015, the Q3 has been a solid seller but never the benchmark. The outgoing model had style and comfort, but its driving dynamics and power left people wanting more. Now, for 2026, Audi brings us the third-generation Q3, and this one feels like it finally steps up. Sharper design, modern details. The new Q3 rides on the MQB Evo platform, bringing updates to suspension, electronics, and chassis tuning. On the outside, it looks bolder and more premium. Audi widened the signature single-frame grille, slimmed down the headlights and taillights, and added a full-width rear light bar. There's even a light-up 4-rings logo at the back, though some US buyers may grumble because the front logo hides driver assist sensors and no longer floats like before. Lighting tech is all LED as standard, with optional OLED taillights. Sadly, America still won't get Audi's trick digital matrix LED headlights thanks to outdated regulations. But the Q3's styling overall is sleek, aggressive, and modern, exactly what buyers in this segment want. A tech-heavy interior. Step inside, and the updates are obvious. Audi replaced the old center stack design with what it calls the digital stage, a large 11.9-inch virtual cockpit in front of the driver and a 12.9-inch touchscreen in the center. Both run on an Android-based system with built-in app support, so you don't need to mirror your phone for everything. Navigation can be shown right in the driver's display, which is a big plus for usability. There's also fun ambient lighting, with up to 30 colors and even pattern light effects built into the doors. Audi hasn't forgotten about practicality either. The center console now has real cup holders, a cooled wireless charging pad, and simple physical controls for volume. Driving impressions. Our first drive took place in Scotland in a European spec model, which means it had some features the US won't get, like adaptive suspension. That's a shame, because the adjustable setup gave the Q3 a level of composure and body control the old one never had. The steering now feels more connected, the suspension soaks up bumps better, and overall the car just feels more like a proper Audi. For the US, Audi says we'll only get a single fixed suspension tuned more towards sporty firmness than floaty comfort. That makes us cautiously optimistic the American Q3 will still feel like a big step forward compared to the old one. More power, much quicker. One of the biggest complaints about the outgoing Q3 was its lack of punch. The old 228 horsepower Turbo 4 took nearly 8 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour. Not great in this segment. The 2026 Q3 fixes that with a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 making 255 horsepower and 273 lb-ft, paired with a quick-shifting 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Quattro all-wheel drive is standard. Audi claims 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds, a massive improvement. Even if the US version is a touch slower due to emissions tuning, it feels way quicker in real life. The engine pulls strong, the gearbox responds instantly, and the exhaust note adds some fun personality. Top speed is limited to 130 miles per hour here versus 149 miles per hour in Europe, but that won't matter to most buyers. Comfort and practicality. The Q3 has always been one of the roomier small luxury SUVs, and that continues here. Front and rear passengers get plenty of space, and the rear bench still slides and reclines for flexibility. Cargo space is slightly improved, with an extra 1.6 inches of length, though it still trails rivals like the BMW X1. American buyers will get leather seats and a panoramic sunroof as standard. The sportier microfiber seats seen in Europe won't make it here, and trim finishes will swap metal accents for open-pore wood. Audi knows US buyers like premium touches, even if they aren't as sporty. Towing capacity is about 4,630 pounds, and the car comes pre-wired for a hitch. Wheel sizes range from 18 to 20 inches, with the adaptive suspension in Europe handling the big wheels well. We'll see how the US fixed setup copes. Pricing and final thoughts. We don't have official pricing yet, but expect the 2026 Audi Q3 to start around $43,000 when it lands in early 2026. That's competitive for the segment, though tariffs could shift things. Overall, the new Q3 is a big step forward. It's quicker, sharper to drive, and far more tech-focused inside. Audi clearly listened to complaints about the old model and fixed many of them. The only real question mark is how the US spec suspension feels compared to the excellent adaptive setup we tested in Europe. Even so, this new Q3 finally feels like it belongs near the top of the luxury subcompact SUV class. Stylish, practical, and genuinely fun to drive, it's exactly what the old one should have been.